Alright, FEMA just came to deliver my temporary housing. Not complaining by any means. It's a Prowler 250 BH. Both sides, screws are popped out of the trim, which is not really a big deal. Step on in. Alright. This is my second time looking at it. Got about 10 minutes total spent in this trailer. And this is a $30,000 trailer. 2022 Prowler 250 bunkhouse. First thing I noticed, which isn't a big deal, sawdust everywhere from the manufacturing process. The peeling fake wood grain, that's all minor. I guess it's to be expected, but for $30,000, you don't get much in a camper these days. The headboard, staples. This staple was sticking out 1/4 of an inch out. Staple's 1/2 inch long. I just pulled it out. It's kind of loose. Staples, they just pretty much put it wherever the guy with the gun decides it needs a staple. Really no science to that. Big dent in the floor. Stains on the walls. I'm documenting this video for when it's time for FEMA to take the camper back. They're not trying to charge me for damage that I didn't do. Sawdust, metal shavings, stains on the little jackknife sofa, stains. It's got a stain right there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if this was lived in by someone, used as overnight. Stains on the ceiling and walls, scuffs, scratches. It arrived at water in the sink. More metal shavings. When I open this jar, it's water. Not water, it's the antifreeze that they use to winterize the piping. So that tells me I already have a water leak. Sure enough, chip right here. When I open this, every one of these fittings was not tight. I say hand tight, but it's like you just snug it up and that was it. It was done. And sure enough, the one under the sink, I reinstalled it, but it was off completely. The nut wasn't even on. So that got me thinking, well, let me check the bathroom. And whenever I check the bathroom, see? Loose. This one was loose. This one was not even connected. This is broken. It's just a little divider to keep you from piling up stuff against the water lines. It looks like the screws ripped out. There's a screw down there. More metal shavings. I didn't look at it thoroughly, see what was really going on. Again, sawdust everywhere. I mean, for $30,000, I'd expect a lot better. But this is a loaner from FEMA. I didn't actually buy it. I haven't tested the water system yet. I haven't tested electrical because I'm waiting on the electrician to come by. Beds seem to be okay. The lights work. The blind works. Lots of metal shavings in there. On to the big concern. The table is ripped out of the floor. In fact, that screw is still attached to the floor. From the looks of it, the floor is OSB plywood. And when you rip a screw out of OSB plywood, it tears up like a 1-inch diameter section around the screw. So I'm worried that even if I clock this over another screw hole to resecure it in a different location, about 1 inch around the OSB is going to be damaged from that screw pulling through. I may get lucky. I'm going to try to turn it and clock it over, and hopefully it holds. If not, I'll have to get FEMA to figure out a solution. Or I hate to say bring me another trailer. I appreciate this one. I mean, as of right now, it's in better condition than my home. And this blind doesn't work as well, not only because it's stuck behind the table. When I get up from behind the table, I raise the pleated blind up, it just falls right back down. That blind is not operational. More sawdust shavings. And I'm sure I'm going to find more hidden items. The more I live in it and dig around, this will be my home for the next 6 months to a year. Again, more various stains on the walls. Got some messed up trim right there. That's the panel gap. I haven't really crawled up there to see if the wall moves or anything. There's various white paste on a lot of those trim pieces. Pantry looks decent. Not a big mess in there. But yeah, this is what $30,000 will buy you straight off the lot. I'm glad I didn't purchase this. I would not be, what's that term, a happy camper? To have this much problems, and I haven't used it. Only thing that's hooked up, the sewage is plumbed in and the water is hooked up, but the water's not turned on. Waiting on an electrician to come hook up the electricity. Once I start using this, I'll let you know how it goes. Typical camper quality. The floor's got a creak right here. It moves. Hear it? The floor physically moves down about a half an inch. I don't know how I'm gonna show that on video. Maybe I can mount the camera on a tripod there and walk across it.